What are we watching? What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
I won't give away your love. I won't give away.
What's going on, everybody? I am Clark Beckham. This is the Idol Breakdown. We're going from top 7 to top 5. We got 2 rounds. We're gonna go through them quick. We have Leah first. I think Leah makes it look so easy that we might be taking her vocal ability for granted. She's doing some pretty insane vocal stuff here. I thought she moved around and was dancing around like a pro, had great stage presence, and hit some vocal bananas notes. Jay, in the mentor session with Will I Am says maybe you should lower the key. This might be just me projecting my own insecurities. A lot of singers who can sing really high have a pride thing with a high key. Like, I can sing in any key. No note is too high for me. And to lower the key is to admit weakness. That's how I have felt before, and it's a trap, and it doesn't make sense because obviously you can't literally sing in any key. But sometimes singers who sing really high have to be told, like, hey, let's lower the key a little bit, when they wouldn't admit to defeat and lowering the key because the note's too high. But once he does, it sounds way better. One thing I would say about Jay is he needs to slow down the runs. Because when he does a run, it's like lightning. All those notes go over people's head. But if you slow down a run and let each note have its own slot and punch, oof, that's when it can get really powerful. So instead of a, if you would do, that to me is more soulful. All in all, I think Jay graced us with a phenomenal Ferrari-like voice the whole season. Hate to see him go. Someone's gotta go. And tonight, it's him. He was crushing the chorus, by the way. I just wanted to mention, he was crushing that chorus. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, because it's not that I need the reinforcement emotionally or I just want to be liked. I do want to be liked, but that's not really why I'm asking that. The more that you like and comment and subscribe and hit the notification bell, all those are factors in YouTube's algorithm that helps put my video as suggested videos to other people. A large percent of the views that come from these videos come from people who find it in their sidebar suggested videos. So the more you like it, the more it's gonna pop up in other people's videos. So that's why all these YouTubers are constantly asking you to like and subscribe and notification and all that stuff. So I just thought if I'd be honest with you and level with you here, maybe you'd help me out, because that'd be really sweet. Fritz! Sings an original Fritz has COVID, and they show his rehearsal tape. I was always taught to not give your best in rehearsal and to hold back for the real performance. One time, my vocal coach actually came on stage and stopped me rehearsing because I was feeling it and I was going for it, and he came up and stopped me in the middle of the song. He's like, we're done, great, we're good, thanks guys. And then he like put his arm around me and was like, hey, don't do that in rehearsal. Don't go all out in rehearsal. You want to save the sauce for the performance. That way it's fresh. So now we're watching Fritz's rehearsals, and it's hard for me to judge because it's a rehearsal. I actually reached out to him and asked him, I was like, hey, do you feel like you were holding back in rehearsal, or do you typically go all out in rehearsals? And he's like, oh, totally. Like it would have been a lot more energy on both of those songs. He said I'd have probably been crying for the Mother's Day song and would have been way higher energy for the song before. So it's hard to really critique anything on that because it wasn't even his performance. But if I had to, I thought it was fine. The first one, I thought it was fine. But again, it's rehearsal, so he's holding back. Christian sings Lonely by Justin Bieber. I'm not sure why he didn't do the regular melody in the chorus that goes higher. That what if we had it all? Lonely. Instead, he did like a lower alternative melody thing that wasn't really doing anything for me. Man, there's so much you could do with this song. There's so many chords you could substitute. Get those funky non-diatonic chords in a song like that, because those are the chords that he sings over so well. What if we had it all with nobody to call? I'd be so lonely. There's so much to do. So much to do, and instead they did it straight, which is fine, but Christian's strength is the funky stuff. He does that later though. I go on tour in 3 days. If you're around those areas, it would be so cool if you came out and told me that you watch my videos. That would mean the world to me. Along my route, I've got some big days off. So if you want to try to fit a house concert for you in that span, or honestly anytime throughout the year, you can hit me up at clarkbeckhambooking@gmail.com. Don't cry for me. I figured things out. HunterGirl. I thought the key change was nice. Some of the Groove Crew members did not. They were like, oh, she missed the key change. Everything else was great. I actually made a note that she nailed the key change. So maybe I missed something. There was no chord guide to say, here's our new key, and then you sing that key. She had to do it herself, which is difficult. It was silence, and she had to change keys just by herself vocally, and I thought she did that. I think she has the best stage presence of any contestant. I thought this was fine. Vocally, I thought this was fine. I'm not really blown away by any of the performances so far. Leah got me a time or two, and so did Jay in the chorus, but other than that, I'm kind of vanilla feeling about the show so far. Noah, who also has COVID, sings from his room.
But it's painted blue right off my front door.
Still finds a way to look like $1,000,000, looks like a country star, and he actually sounds better than he's ever sounded. Later, Lionel's like, maybe you just sound better sick. That could be part of it. There are some things that happen to your voice that you can take advantage of when you're sick. But also, there's no crowd, there's no lights. He's just in his hotel room, and maybe that environment suits him, and he sings more comfortably. But I'm telling you, it sounded the best he sounded all season. If you want to listen to this as a podcast, you totally can. Just type Idol Breakdown in wherever you listen to podcasts. Nicolina. Really nice, warm tone in that opening verse. This might be her best. She wasn't quite nailing the top notes. She was singing them correctly. Some of them had pitch issues, but not bad and not much. It's hard not to compare those notes to Ann Wilson and other singers on American Idol who have nailed that song and really just smack those top notes. She didn't smack them. She sang them correctly, but wasn't nailing them. Groove Crew member Bree R mentions that Nicolina always has the production factor, which is true. Her production always is so extra. She always gets the most production, which is interesting, and I'm surprised none of you have had any conspiracy theories about that. Next, we have Mother's Day songs, and to start off is Jay. Thought he had a lot of pitch issues here, and this time I think the key is too low. I think he had the key there with the big high part that he sings in mind, the mama, 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 mama part. But the problem is that's only like 5 to 10% of the song. So then 90 to 95% of the song's too low, just so you can have that 5 to 10% part of the song in your sweet spot. And I don't think that's worth it. This might sound a little selfish, but I have had just under 100,000 followers on Instagram. I've never actually hit that number. Right now, I'm at 98.8 thousand followers. It would be so mind-blowing to me if we got to 100,000 from these videos. So if you're watching this and you want to help me out, this one is to make me feel better. My Instagram is just at Clark Beckham. Fritz.
And oh, the years go by and that smile never fades.
Way to pull on the heartstrings. Oh my goodness. That pre-performance package there. Oh, he's singing with his mom and there's a little tear going down his eye. Oh my gosh. And then the song. Oh my goodness, it's a rehearsal again. And you can tell here for sure he's holding back. but the song's so good and his guitar playing is so good. That does not need to be overlooked. The pocket and the tone in his hands is so good, and I'm so jealous of that. It's so rare that guitar players can do what he's doing. He's a whole package, my friends. I think Fritz has the best opportunity to win of anyone, and I think he's got the best opportunity to become a successful, consistently touring, recording artist after the show. Leah.
I will share the weight you carry.
I thought it was great. I thought the song choice was a little bland. I understand that it is a sentimental lyric and message to her mother, but you're still in a singing competition. With cuts like this and this part of the show, you can't afford to do middle of the lane songs as far as melody goes. So it was a nice moment. She did nothing wrong. There was one high note that she freaking nailed, and it was awesome. But for the most part, I was a little bored on this one. I think you gotta pick songs that blow people's minds every single time you sing at this part of the competition. The Q&A this week is going to be Monday because my 30th birthday party is Tuesday night. So I will be busy eating tacos with friends. So tune in after tonight's premiere. So this is literally for everyone who's watching this premiere right now. Catch the live stream that I'm about to put up right when this video is done. Members are the only people who can ask questions. So if you want to ask a question, you can become a member by clicking the join button below the video or clicking the link in the description. It's $5 a month. We have a live stream that we do a live watch party that's a lot of fun, where I talk during the commercials and get ideas from you guys. It's a solid crew, groove crew specifically. HunterGirl.
I bow my head and pray like my mother does.
HunterGirl has done something over the past couple of weeks where she will sing a phrase and freaking nail it, and the pitch is perfect and it sounds like it's straight from the radio. And then the next phrase she misses. And then the next phrase she sounds like a radio star. And then the next phrase she sounds like she's shouting. I don't understand how you can be so locked in to nail some of these phrases that she's nailing and then just slip pretty obviously in the next phrase, kind of go back and forth, and it leaves me with like, I don't even know what to do with her. She's there, but she's just not quite consistent enough throughout the whole song. Something I believe that she can do though. I think she can fix that. Because I've heard her do consistent songs. Not quite bringing all the pieces together for me on this one. Noah.
Well, I've been afraid of changing.
Doesn't matter if he's from his hotel room. Doesn't matter if he's sick. He's just gonna sound awesome. I mean, these are the best performances he's done. And again, I think it plays to the fact that he doesn't have all the lights and the cameras and the audience, and he gets to just do this in his room. I think he's more comfortable. I think that's showing. Nicolina.
Count your blessings every day.
I thought this was pretty. I thought it was nice. Really pretty song. She did it well. I don't know, again, like Leah, if this is the song that you're picking if you're trying to win American Idol, as we are only 2 weeks away from the finale. But I did like the moment. I did like the moment. The best way to watch these videos is to watch it as a premiere. They're gonna premiere the day after each American Idol episode at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Watch it live with all of us. Lastly, we have Christian.
Lord, I thank you
Dang.
for every victory in you.
Ah.
And for the moment, God, I know, Lord, it was you who kept me here.
Dang.
So I thank you for my life.
Singing a Smokey Norfolk song, and dude is singing. These runs were clean. Katie said it was like his second skin. 100%. That's exactly what it felt like. Felt like he's been singing this song since he came out of the womb. And the last note was perfect. Just from the moment it left his mouth to the moment he finished it off, flawless. You talk about flawless. I can't remember what performance, but Lionel said there was a performance that was flawless, and it was not flawless. This was flawless, at least close to flawless. I can't think of any flaws. Dude sang the house down and doesn't make it through. This dude has had the best vocal performance 2 weeks in a row of any other contestant, and he goes home this week. And I'm thinking, what are we watching? I mean, now I know that who else is gonna go? I mean, everyone's fantastic at this point. But this dude had the best vocal performance at least this week and last week and goes home. So what does that mean? It means my loser of the week are singers for American Idol, because we now know, and we've known this typically, the best singer usually doesn't win, but now the best vocal performer here, and Christian, goes home at number 7. I mean, what do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
He's had the best vocal performances 2 weeks in a row. One of the best performances I've ever seen on American Idol in my life last week, and he doesn't get enough votes. That's my loser. My winner is Canada. Because they have a girl in Nicolina, and they can't even vote, and she is still in it. Could you imagine if they could vote? It'd be over. The whole country would be voting for her, but they can't even vote, and she's still in and killing and flying through the show. All right, let's talk about our conspiracy theories. From Zachary B. Conspiracy. They're low-key sending the top 5 to Vegas because they aren't required to test for COVID there unless we'll have to go to the room. Whoa, let's look this up here. Okay, so I can't find anything that says you don't have to test for COVID. Ryan Seacrest did say we're following the local guidelines, so it brings up an interesting point, but I don't see anything that says, in general, if you're in Las Vegas, you don't have to test for COVID. They don't have a mask mandate. They haven't for a while. Maybe there's something there. Our viewer question is from PJ. Have you ever been offered a spot in any production capacity with American Idol? If not, would you? In which capacity? Would you want to be a coach, a mentor, or steer clear? I was asked to come to an audition and kind of walk around and meet people and say hello and help out. I even sat at one of the tables and helped judge who made it through. I've done that before. That was really fun. Other than that, no, I haven't been offered. Would I? Absolutely. Honestly, I would do whatever Idol asks because two reasons. One, I owe my career to them. 2, I freaking love singers who audition for American Idol, and that whole culture and the vibe is so fun and interesting. For people watchers, it's like Christmas morning. I would help in any capacity. My dream is to be a judge for any talent singing contest or a host. I would love that too. Honestly, a big reason why I'm doing these videos is kind of as a resume to show other people like, hey, maybe he could be a host, maybe he could be a judge or at least a guest mentor on American Idol or any other show that comes up. So yes, that's actually an end goal for me. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week.